Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. And this is the Manc Talk with my brother, Big Steve. We're both 3-point collectors, man. It's actually a good week on the Manc Talk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
3 points for both teams. No therapy booked in. It should be a good show today. What do you reckon, Steve?
Champions of the world. Don't get any better than that.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Champions of the
true.
world. Gold badges on the tops and that. You know what I mean? Everton last night, everyone started thinking City were going to spew it. But we dug in and we won. Good 3 points. And then I did tell you in the day that you would beat Villa. I did send you that message. They're not all
Yeah,
that.
you did.
And but after 2-0, I thought, nah, United have finished. But fair play, they came back and won it. So I bet you was buzzing, weren't you?
Yeah, listen, I'm buzzing. We got the 3 point. Just kind of settles everything down for a week before we probably get beat by Forest. You know what I mean? After,
Hey,
but nah,
Forest, man.
listen, man.
Forest, man.
Hey, Forest, yo, Forest. Out of nowhere, Chris Wood is balling out. You know what I mean? Elanga still keeps scoring goals. Yeah, man, them man are doing well, man. So I can't lie. I can't celebrate too much because I know what's around the corner, man. But before we start all of that, big up to everybody here. Make sure you like the video straight away. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Big Steve MCFC. But before we start all of that, we need to talk about the fact that you are World Club champions. And how was your trip to Saudi Arabia, man? Because the people want to know, man. How was your trip to Saudi Arabia?
Man, sensational. You know, when you have this feeling about Saudi Arabia, you hear all these stories and that, so you don't really know what to expect. You know what I mean? It was nothing like what I expected. The place is unbelievable. The infrastructure that they're building out there for the World Cup is crazy. And the people, they met me at the airport. They gave me flowers. They took me for food. Big up Al Bake chicken place, man. Anyone who's been to Saudi Arabia, everyone was telling me, you got to go Al Bake. You got to go Al Bake. I lived off Al Bake and I didn't pay for one. Everyone, I walk in the place.
No way.
Swear to God, I walk in the place. They're on me like mad. Big Steve or Manchester City, can we talk football? No problem. Would not let me pay for anything. They were turning up at my hotel with presents. They bought me some Puma trainers, a Al Hilal shirt. Mate, the hospitality of the people. Do you know, like over here and that, it can get a bit tribal and get a bit nasty in that. There was City, United, Arsenal fans, and everyone just wanted to talk football. So the banter was purely football. There was no nastiness or anything. The stadium that we was in was insane. The fan zone was insane. Mate, what a country, man. And you know, I don't drink, as you know. 4 years yesterday, no beers. 4 years yesterday.
Big up, man. Everybody in the chat, man. Make sure you give a round of applause to Steve. That's big, man, honestly, man, that you don't drink as well.
Mate, the people, do you know some countries you go to and people want something off you all the time? So the taxi driver might take you around the block and try and charge you a few quid. The guy who you buy something off might try and have you for a few quid. These people did not want nothing from me. They wanted to give me everything. They want to take me to the house, have some coffee. I was walking through Al Balad, which is the old town, one day. Nothing's open because I'm the only daft white guy with a bald head that's getting melted alive walking down the streets. Yeah, everyone's inside. Yeah, some guy comes out and says, "Okay." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Can you know where I can get a drink, mate?" "Yeah, no problem." He goes in the back, comes out with loads of drinks and ice. So I thought, "Oh yeah, how much is he going to charge me?" No, free. Drink it. So ended up telling me his son's stuck in Manchester and that. But listen, they're going to be serious moves, bigger boxing events, massive football events. Saudi Arabia is going to be at the forefront of it all. And the people, I just can't get over the people. In the stadium, when we were singing, they just gravitated towards us. And then you get the English mentality on TikTok. Everyone's saying, you've got no fans. Look at the state of you. You're all plastic and all that. Mate, I had a better time with them Saudi Arabian fans than I've had with my own fans. Do you know what I mean? So them guys were bouncing. We told them to do the Poznan. They were doing the Poznan, man. There was a guy in a Man United shirt with a City scarf on in front of me.
Oh, mate, listen. That guy there is not wanted here, mate. You can't be doing that. I don't know, mate. You can't be doing that. What's his name? Do you know his name?
I don't know his name, mate, but he just was like, he was pretty shameless. He's pretty shameless. But loads of people knew you. They were all saying Saeed and the Manc Talk, the Big Six.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mate, honestly, you would be treated like I had to go hospital over there. I had an ear infection, and the guy picked me up at the hotel. He booked an appointment. He took me to the hospital, the nicest hospital I've ever been in my life. I was in and out in 30 minutes, antibiotics. Next day, bright as rain. But I can't, you know, people say, oh, human rights records and all this. I don't really know the ins and outs of that, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah.
What I can comment
Of
is on what I've
course.
seen. And all this nonsense, oh, you can't speak to women and women walk behind and women do. No. Everything's been relaxed. I was talking to the people who were telling me about that. The shopping mall, everyone's enjoying themselves. I went to this theme park, mate, and in England, you go to a theme park, everyone's got their hood up. You're going to get robbed. You can't wear your watch. Your kids are getting splattered and mugged. I went over there, mate. Everyone's having a good time, man. Dancing, enjoying themselves, playing hook a duck, just having a great time. And I thought,
but you know what it is though? Yeah. Now, fair play, because at the end of the day, yeah, everything gets misinterpreted or misrepresented on the media. So the news will only portray a certain country like it is. I remember people when they said to me when they went to Russia and they went to the World Cup and they said it was going to be hella racist and whatnot and and they were there and they were saying that the people were welcoming and the people were nice, etc., etc. So people have a perception of certain places as being very, very bad, but in reality, you go there and it's not bad, and the people are nice, and people are good. So I think it's just down to the media.
In the comments, of course, to treat people with social media presence good. A lot of them didn't know who I was. A lot of them didn't know who I was. I'm a white guy with tattoos, walked in Albake. The place just shut down. They're looking at me like, who's this geezer? But they were all dead nice, mate. I even ordered this food, and this guy come up to me and he said, excuse me, you ain't from England? I went, yeah. He went, have you ever had Albake before? I went, no. He went, don't order that, what you're ordering there. I went, what do you mean? He went, don't order that. Let me order for you. And he ordered for me, got me this Mac chicken and that. But listen, the people, if I can recommend it. If anyone wants to go to Saudi Arabia to watch football, go to Jeddah, go and watch football, Al Etihad, Al Hilal, whatever you want. Have a walk around the old town, have a walk around the marina, go to that little Asia and experience the hospitality was brilliant, mate. Honestly, and listen, people are quick to call people and people are quick to slag people off in this country, but I just tell the truth. If it was a shithole, I'd come on here and say, Saeed, you know I'd say it. Shit. I ain't going back there. It's crap. But I tell you what, it was absolutely brilliant. The Saudi Arabian people were fantastic. They've got a big football movement going on over there. And I tell you what, watch out for Newcastle, man. There's Newcastle shirts everywhere there on the street.
Yeah, they're big. Of course.
They're going
for it. Newcastle, Al Hilal. So you've now chosen your Saudi Arabian team now is Al Hilal. Is that your team now?
To be honest, they kept coming up to me saying, say Jeddah is green, say Jeddah is blue, say Jeddah is this and all that. I thought, I'm not pinning my colours to the mast, but I've got a Al Hilal shirt. It's blue. So if I'm watching Saudi football, I'm going to lean towards Al Hilal. But my kids have got Al Etihad shirts. So the kids are in the black and yellow. So, but we're going to, listen, it was great. And the hospitality, City won it. They treated us mint. And I'm so glad I went, man. I'm so glad I went.
Yeah, 100%, man. But like I said, how does it feel to be a big club now, man? You've got the Club World Cup now. How does it feel to wear the badge? You're part of the badge crew, man. You got us, Chelsea, Liverpool. You know, you're part of the badge crew, man. Have you got your badge, by the way? Have you got your Club World Cup badge? Have you got one yet, or is it?
It's coming, man. It's coming. I'm going to get to the shop and get it done. But now, listen, I told you when I was a kid watching football, it's a bit of a dream, innit? You always look at my mates are United fans.
Yeah.
They all have the badge and Real Madrid and that. So you think one day I'd love to have that badge and we've done it. You know what I mean? And we've won 5 trophies in a calendar year. It's never been done in English football in that way. I know Liverpool tried to claim it the other year by joining 2 years together as if they'd won it in one, but we're not that shameless, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can call Man City all you want, right? But in 10 years' time, when you look back at the history of Manchester City Football Club, you look back at the history of what they've done. I've seen it all, mate. I've seen it all. There's nothing. Someone said, yeah, you're not won the UEFA Cup. I said,
we've seen it all. We've won the law. We're Man United and we're never going to stop. Ole, ole. You can sing the song now, man. You can sing the song with me.
Listen, I've done it. You know, 10 years ago, they said the Sheikhs were going to get bored. The oil was going to run out. You won't win anything. Trebles, doubles, Centurions, Formidables, World Club Cups, Super Cups. I've done it, man. And I've seen it all with my own eyes and I've lived every minute of it. I've put a lot of money into it. I've sacrificed it. I've decided I was doing it and I've done it and I've enjoyed myself.
You know what's mad, Steve? That's why I said on social media, yeah. Listen, I can be tribal, yeah, but the only person I respect, yeah, there's a handful of people I can be happy for, and it's quite bad I'm saying this, but I'm actually happy for Steve because you know why? He's actually seen everything through the
Somebody actually
90s. I
messaged
grew
me
up
and
in
said
South
that
Manchester.
you'd messaged and said, "I'm happy for Steve." And I appreciate
Yeah,
that, man.
no, honestly, I've been next to Main Road, and I've seen Man City fans going home at half time when I was a kid. I was in the basketball courts and that, and the football court, and be like, "What's going on here?" Man City lost again, so I've actually seen Man City through the bad times. So I'm like, you know what? Fair play to the actual City fans that have gone through everything and seen everything. Because at the end of the day, you're not a born again City fan. You're not one of these fans that have jumped on the glory. There's fans out there that have done that, and fair enough, fair enough. I'm
There's a lot
not
of them,
saying it's
mate.
a bad
There's a
thing.
lot.
But like I said to you, I actually feel like, you know what? Fair play. You've seen everything. You've gone from Millwall away and Gillingham away, and you've actually seen your club in Saudi Arabia win the World Cup club. So yeah, fair play to you. Like I said, it's one of them now.
It was a
You
mad.
get me?
It was
Just
a mad.
hopefully you end there.
It was a mad moment, right? It was 30 degrees, 40 degrees all day, fucking roasting, yeah. And if you see us
Yeah.
in the stadium, everyone's dripping with sweat, yeah. The second Kyle Walker lifted the trophy in the air, not before, not after, the
Raining.
second he lifted it in the air, it started raining.
Yeah.
We're all going mad saying it's like a blessing. Then the biggest rainstorm you've ever fucking seen in your life turned up, and the Manchester rain blessed us, and we came out the stadium. It was flooded, man. It was like a river
Yeah.
running down the road, and that it was mental. It took me 2 hours to get back to the hotel because they took me to Al Baik at the airport for some chicken.
One more time. Now I
One
need to go
more
to this
time, man.
Al man. Yo, listen, they need to either. Like I said, when I'm gonna go Saudi, I'm gonna go to the Al man. You get me? Because like I said, you're making me want to get the Al now. It's a mad
Mate,
one, man. But
there's
no,
one in
like I said,
Dubai. I'm going to Dubai next week, and there's one in Dubai. I'm going there.
look at this guy. He's going to Dubai again. This man, when you're world champions, he's getting a tour already. You know, what I mean, man's
Mate,
going on a world tour.
they were trying to get me to convert to Muslim. They were taking me to Mecca at one point. I was in the van. I was on my way there. So I ended up having to pay out. I thought, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm getting out of here. I'm not walking around.
No. You know what? Fair play. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's something when you convert to a new religion, yeah, you have to be serious and you have to want to do it. So for those that were trying to force it, I get it because they want to show you the religion, but also, man, you have to do it in a proper way and you have to have the intentions as well to become a Muslim.
I
So
went with Imran, and Imran went to Mecca, and he went to another place the next day where is it Muhammad is buried or something?
Medina.
He went to Medina next day. And he came back with his head shaved and all that, and the guys were buzzing off him. You know what I mean? He was
man. He did Umrah, which is
we met some guys in Al Baked Chicken, and they said, "What?" He said, "I'm going to Mecca tomorrow on the train, or whatever." And they were like, "Nah, don't get the train. We'll pick you up." We only met these guys 5 minutes ago, and then they came to the hotel. They picked him up. They took him round, showing him all the thing and that. But yeah, man, the people are just different, man. I can't speak highly of them, you know what I mean? And more highly than them.
Big up, man. Nah, big up to the people of Saudi Arabia. Like I said, man, you never know. Me and Steve could be there on tour, you know what I mean, for a game there. So let us know, man. If you want to see me and Steve Manc talk special over there in Saudi Arabia, man, let us know. 100%. Let's do it, man. But listen, people, make sure you like the video. There's nearly 800 of you in the building. Smash the like button of the video. We have to talk about yesterday because your game was the most recent. You know what? Listen, first, before I talk about Phil Foden, you were there yesterday. You were in the little prawn, you know what I mean, the prawn brigade. You weren't in the away end, Steve. What's going on? I know.
I was on my way down to the away end, and I've got a mate who's an Everton sponsor, and he rang me up and said, "Do you want to come in the chairman's lounge?" So I went in the chairman's lounge. I knew FG and all the boys were behind me in the press box, quiet as a mouse. Phil Foden scored. Big Steve was up in the chairman box, mate. I nearly got turfed out. I was up. Come on.
No, you didn't do that.
Yeah, man, I was up, man. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help myself. But they were all right, man, to be fair. But it was good. It was good. It could have been a banana skin for us, you know what I mean? It was just come back from Saudi, you know, a few injuries piling up. No Haaland, no Doku, no De Bruyne. Looking at the team, Everton are trying to fight like mad, and you're thinking could be a banana skin. And we didn't start off too well. We were pretty slow and laboured, but then they got the noses in front. We made a mistake. They scored. So you're in at half time, and you're thinking, right, we need a reaction. And we couldn't have started any better. Pep bollocked them, told them you've got gold badges on your shirt for a reason. go and prove it. They came out second half and they controlled it. You know what I mean? They controlled the game and they won. And it was good 3 points, man.
You know what's mad, yeah? The goal, when they scored the first goal, yeah, there was another chance that I think, was it Harrison had? Could have made it 2-0. And what a save from Edison, by the way. Edison, for me, at 1-0, kept us in the game. But then I said to myself, 1-0, thought Man City can't play as that bad. And they did it against Luton, they came back. And the second half, Phil Foden, man, listen, there's not many kind of City fans I like here that I wish that I wanted at Man United, or I wish they were red, yeah. But Phil Foden is that kind of player that you wish he was a red, because that guy, now the responsibility now is even more great now De Bruyne is out. But I feel like he's thriving in that number 10 role, man. He just looks so much secured. Technically, he was dancing around, man. The guy was just like going past people like they weren't there. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, he was unbelievable yesterday, man. He was unbelievable.
He's got his mojo back, and that first goal, mate, I wasn't even sure it went in. I jumped up and I'm waiting, thinking I'm going to look a knob here, and then it sort of had a delayed reaction, and then we were up. But great finish, and like you say, he needs to step up. I said it on the overlap beginning of the season. This is Phil Foden's standout season. He needs to stand up now and nail his colours to the mast and say, I want to be a 10 or I want to be wide right, and this is where I'm playing. And he did well. Alvarez did well. Bernardo Silva didn't stop running. I thought Guardiola, when he came on, I thought maybe Harrison was going to have a go at him, but Guardiola was solid back left back there. But we did all right, man. It was a good result. I was pleased with it.
No, 100%, man. I thought, for me, could he have done better, Pickford? But I thought it was a good strike in the end anyway. And then obviously, you got the third goal as well, Bernardo Silva. I seen Pep Guardiola, he goes, this is the standards. He talked about the away fans being, like, saying, you know, he prefers the away fans rather than the home. You know, he looked like he was, like, on it yesterday, man, Pep Guardiola. He looked like, like, I'm here to kind of now set the tone now. This is where the season, like, officially starts. Do you feel like the season starts now, or do you feel like you're still not quite there yet and you don't want City fans to kind of gas it up and that?
I don't think we're quite there yet. The Palace result was a bit of a kick in the teeth because we were so comfortable in that game, and to leave the game with a point, you're thinking, come on. But that happened exactly the same last season. I came out of the Forest game and went, I can't believe it. And it just seems to be a mirror image. If we can get Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku and Erling Haaland back for this title running fit, that's fucking scary shit, that, mate. Kevin De Bruyne, I went to an evening with Kevin De Bruyne the other week, and let me tell City fans this now. The guy looks like a different man. He said he's so refreshed. He can't believe it. And I tell you what, if we get a fully fit, refreshed Kevin De Bruyne, rest in peace to Premier League, mate, because there's no one stopping us, mate.
Mate, scary, man. Man's looking like he's, you know what I mean? He's been living the lifestyle as well. New slick hair and that. You know what I mean? He looks more happier. He looks more kind of like, you know what it is, yeah? When you go out injured, yeah, and you don't rush it, but then you also enjoy yourself as well. You go out to the F1, you start to see, like, start spend time with your family, because you don't really spend time with your family unless it's the summer, right?
Do you know what he said? So Kevin, he's got to take his daughter to ballerina lessons. He was nearly crying. And now people take things like that for granted, taking your kids to ballerina lessons. But these footballers, I know they get big dough in that, but just something as small like that, it was good for him.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to remember, yeah, these footballers as well, they probably rush it. It's like, obviously, someone just put there, Lisandro Martinez. He said he wants to come back on his time. Look at it, he's saying, I'm going to go in the way I want. I feel strong. Like, last time we rushed him. I don't know why we rushed him. If he was injured, he's injured. Stop rushing these players back, because you're going to make them even more. Because the game now, look at the games now. Look at Stones. He's out injured as well now. Have you rushed him? So it's like, you've got to make sure that when the defenders are correct, they come back correct, man. Don't just rush them and then later on we're going to out be for longer. Because the Premier League now, it's getting physical. It's getting more. There's more injuries now happening. There's more games. So you got to be careful with these players, man. They're not robots, are they? You know what I mean? So
it's taking its toll on this season's been a mad one. Everyone's beating each other. We just got to keep on the coattails. And I think Trent Alexander-Arnold said something about it. It's a worse position to be in with Man City behind you. You know what I mean? So we're coming.
What Trent said? Did he say that?
Yeah. We're coming, and they know that. But we just got to keep going, man. I think there's going to be some twists and turns. And like I said, I was saying to some City fans, listen, if we don't win the Premier League this season, so what? You know what I mean? Look what we've done in the last 6 years. We can't moan. If we have to reload, and we're just signing the Argentinian under-17 captain, that El Chivera, that
Who's
scored a
that
hat
as well, man?
against Brazil.
What are you doing in Argentina, man? Because you bought Peroni. He's not done anything anyway. You know what I mean? Maximo Peroni.
Peroni's on loan, man. He's out there. He's out there on loan doing his thing. But Savio's coming back. He's tearing it up.
Yeah,
with
Savio, I've seen that. Yeah, Girona. Girona, by the way, they're doing big. Is that Guardiola's brother? Yeah, big up Lee Gunner. Is that Guardiola's brother? Has he got investment in that, innit?
Yeah, City have got investment in there. They're talking about City not being able to. Well, one of them not being in the Champions League. It is what it is, but we'll see. But Peroni's doing all right. We're signing him, El Chivera, and Savio can come back. We're doing all right, man. We're doing all right.
You know what's mad, yeah? When you look at the Premier League now, and to look at the table right now, yeah, you haven't lost a lot of ground in the Premier League table because you got to remember a lot of teams they drew. Arsenal drew with Liverpool. Liverpool drew twice as well. I know they beat Burnley and whatnot, but they drew twice. I mean, look, you're on what 37 points. I know you're a bit behind Arsenal. What do you call it?
Game in hand, though.
Man City. But game in hand, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I know Arsenal play today. They can break that to 6 points, but it's only 3 points behind Arsenal. If you're only 3 points behind Arsenal, then you're not far away from Liverpool. You know what I mean? Who are both going to be going for the league title there. So, that's why I'm like, Arsenal should have really won that game against Liverpool. They should have aimed to win that. I know Liverpool's a difficult place to go, but they should have aimed to win that because I felt like for me, that was the kind of game to set a mark on. Liverpool, I don't think they're that great, but I think they'll be in and around that area. But I don't think Anfield is what it used to be, especially when we played them last week. You know what I mean? They didn't really do anything with us. So they should have really gone and won that game.
January is going to be important. I think there's a lot of teams that might have to gamble. If Liverpool gamble and go and get a midfielder, and if Arsenal can get a striker, it takes them up another level. Man City, if we lose Calvin Phillips, we're going to need to bring somebody in. Whether we pull the trigger on someone big before, I don't know. But it's going to be hard to get anyone out of anywhere in January. You know what it's like.
Yeah, man. January is difficult, man. But Arsenal definitely need a striker. I think they need a midfielder, if I'm being honest with you, because Partey's leaving. Well, Partey's going to go AFCON. They need someone in there, that midfield, because Jorginho's shit. I can't rate him, man. You got who else is in there? El Neni, no disrespect, but they need another midfielder as well. So they need 2 positions, but obviously it's not hard. It's going to be difficult if you don't go in quickly and you set your authority down. It's going to be difficult for you to do that. But I don't know, man. But Man City, if you were to say you needed one player in January, what would you want?
I think we need somebody that can help Rodri, but you can't find them players, man. It's like when we haven't got Rodri in the team, we get beat. We haven't got anybody. Watch Rodri last night. Everything goes through him. He's that good.
Yeah.
We need somebody that, I don't know whether we have to go someone young and basically just shadow Rodri, watch videos of Rodri, learn, and hopefully get there. But then you look around the world and you think, who can do that role at the minute, that Rodri role? But I don't see anyone to do it. Calvin Phillips, 50 million quid. He's not a bad player, but he can't do it. Kovacic, no. So I don't know. But Pep, this has been on the radar for a long time. Pep will have targets identified, and City, there's one person I'm telling you now, do not buy this person, because this person is shit, right? Let me tell you this. This player is fucking shit, and someone's going to buy him for big money, and they're going to think they've bought a great player. And let me tell you, when Big Steve says people are shit, I get it right. This player, do not touch him. Onana for Everton. He is absolutely dog shit.
Bro, chat to me. I've been telling people,
I am praying that Man United buy him. I'm praying.
Bro, I don't want him. I said to people, the chat will tell you. I said I don't rate Onana the way people rate him. Technically, he's awful. Technically,
terrible.
You've watched him yesterday. Thank you very much, man. I've been telling people, United fans want.
He's up against the best midfielder in the world in Rodri. Put a shift in. Get stuck into Rodri. Rodri bullied him all over the park. Didn't even want to know. Even the Everton fans were going on. And I'm talking to Everton fan. I said, he's shit at Onana. And one of them went, he's terrible. He went, if we can get the dough for him, get the dough for him. He's crap, man.
You know what it is, yeah? the game of football has become an athlete game. He's an athlete. He runs around. He's a good ball carrier. He can do all of that running and da. But in terms of on the ball, technical midfielders, I think United need a technical midfielder. He's not got it. The amount of times when he got the ball out, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? Where's your passing range? Etc. Etc. Like, he suits Everton because that's what Everton do. They go from defense to attack. They transition. They need legs in midfield. Fair enough. But for us, if you want to become a better team and actually dominate games, you need a technical midfielder. It's as simple as that, man. So, but I look at Paqueta and I'm like, if United can go get Paqueta, I know he's got them charges and that, but
Mate,
he would be someone that I would want to get.
He's a fantastic player. I watched him the other week and he's both-footed. He glides around the pitch. He's got a little bit of something about him. If you can put him in a team with one or two players on the same wavelength as him, no disrespect to West Ham, then he's going to be even better. I look at West Ham and he's head and shoulders above anyone in the midfield there. He's doing things there that he's thinking things before they even know what to do, some of the players, you know what I mean? But City, he could be an option for us, but I don't know. I don't know about you, but I look around world football now and there's not a lot about. You know what I mean? Remember years ago?
It's awful.
Years ago, it was like on every continent there was superstars, and you know. But now it looks like people are overpriced. You know what I mean? FFP have put shackles on everyone, so the money's even tighter. And I just think, you know, people are scared, man. You make £100 million mistake, and it's big. You can finish you off, man.
But also, you got to remember, like, even I heard about Milan becoming bankrupt. Did you hear about that, by the way? That's sad, man. That's sad, man. But that's why I said people. This is why, you know what, Steve? Let me ask you a question here. Is the Super League as bad as you thought beforehand, or are you still against Super League in that way? Because I've changed my mind a little bit. I'm not totally against Super League, but then I don't like what we've got right now because I feel like for me it's just awful as it is, man. But I look at the quality. And you're right, the quality is awful. You got to pay premium now, but then you get restricted by FFP. It's just the way things are going on right now. It's just a joke, man.
FFP's for turnover based, so the clubs have got to get the most money out of the fans. So FFP is a bad thing for fans. So when all these fans go to me, oh, City, FFP is going to stop you cheating. It ain't stopped City doing nothing because City's well run. So City can spend, they're winning trophies, they're getting money. They're doing it right. United, Ronaldo deal, FFP struggling. Newcastle, FFP got to get the turnover up. Inter Milan's just got to the Champions League final. If they'd have won the Champions League, right, but gone bankrupt, then is that right? Because they bankrupted themselves to win the Champions League. So, so I don't know how it works, but I don't know. The Super League, some clubs need the Super League. Barcelona, Real Madrid need it for the dough. But it's going to be a big problem in football. When it's FFP comes to court and City and all that and Everton and charges and all that, I think there's going to be a big problem with football, man.
No, 100%, man. But like I said, when you talked about the quality, man, you are spot on, man. I feel like now you're paying, what, 80, 90 million for Paulinho? I mean, listen, no respect to Paulinho, but he's going for a lot of money. You know, these are defenders that should be going for around 30, 40 million. But because the level of quality is now dipped as well, you know what I mean? You're now having to pay premium for substandard players. I'm not saying Paulinho's a substandard player because I think he's a good player, but you're having to pay a lot of money. Like this Onana guy that you're talking about now, give you any money, Everton slap an 80 million price tag on Onana when it's not even worth that.
Terrible.
When it's not even worth that. You see what I mean? So, you know, and that's another thing. But by the way, this guy here was good, you know. I like this guy. Branthwaite is a good player. But again, is he worth what Everton going to slap? 80, 90 million? Because again, he's obviously British tax and whatnot, but he's a good player, that Branthwaite. I like him.
Yeah. He outshone last night. He looked really, really good. Everton have just got to keep hold of him till they get to that new stadium. Once Everton get to that new stadium, they've got the corporate facilities and everything, the turnover, the ticket money, everything's going to increase and Everton will go from strength to strength. At the minute, Goodison is too small. It's a shit all over ground. It's old school. There's no commercial revenue coming in. We was in the lounge yesterday. It's the same old thing. Very good hospitality, but just not got enough. Like you look at United and City, they've got off-site hospitality at the Gaucho. The ferrying fans, they're making dough all the time, you know what I mean? And this is what these clubs need to be in the Premier League. You've got to make money to spend money. This is how the Premier League have made it now. So the fans are the ones getting... You can't ask a club to give you tickets for 20 quid and then want to go and buy the best players because you're buying tickets for 20 quid. your turnover is lower than anyone else. Arsenal season tickets are $2,000. City and United season tickets are 7 ton. So Arsenal are instantly doubling their gate receipts than you. So it's mad, mate. It's mad.
Yeah, it's true. No, you're spot on, man. You're spot on. Big up to everybody who's here, man. There's 1,000 people here. Make sure you like the video. 323 likes. We need to get up to 500 people. We're just giving you a brilliant show.
Talk to me about the hygiene rating at Old Trafford, 1 star. Someone just reminded me.
Listen. No, you don't want to be going there. That's what I'm saying. Maybe our hospitality needs to be up. It needs to be decreased because 1 out of 5.
You eating a chicken at Old Trafford for a dare?
No.
Do you know what? You won't even put the chicken at Old Trafford on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. They won't even eat that. You'd rather eat kangaroo brains and bollocks than eat that shit at your place.
Bro, how do you do that? How do you mess that? How does the chefs here, who are meant to be the experienced chefs here, give out raw chicken, man? Like, you know how bad we are? Our roof's leaking. We've just about got potentially new investment into the football club, and yet still we can't even get the flipping hygiene out, man. It's mad, honestly, man. This football club, like, it's a Netflix show, man. You know what I mean? But we finally got the win, and Hoyland's got his goal, man. Finally, Sean Mills. Have you been watching his song, by the way? Have you seen that Sean Mills guy? Oh my days, man! Mate, it is crazy.
Me and Traps has been giving me bare chest because Ireland scored.
He's got a bet with you, hasn't he? He's got a bet with you, hasn't he? He's got a bet with you.
He's got to get 20 goals for the season. He's got 6.
What is he thinking, man? He's not getting 20 goals, man.
Traps, yeah. Again, at Everton 1-0 last night. He's in my DMs again, telling me what Everton's going to do. And then after the game, you don't hear from him. You know what I mean? He goes for a lie down. And he gets excited. He needs to calm down.
Yeah, but you know what? You said we're going to win. You said we're going to win the game, but it didn't start like that, though, did it? 2-0 up, Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie to you. Leslie said, "Yeah, big up to Leslie." She goes, "If it goes 3-0, I'm going." And I was like, "I don't blame you." But luckily, got the goal. And you know what? That high line. If you give us space, yeah, Steve, yeah, happened under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, happened under so many managers, yeah. When this team has space, they've got players like Rashford and Garnacho and whoever's there to go in behind and cause danger. That's almost like our go-to plan. But spam the ball over the top, like AJ said, and we use that space and we do it well. We did it when you lot, remember when you lot, Manchester Derby last year, you went to go attack, you left space in behind with Doniers, and that's what happened, man. So Unai Emery, he could do whatever he wants, and people say he bottled it, but United used it to their advantage, and they won the game, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it gives the manager a little bit of time, a little bit of breathing space, because had he lost that game, I think he would have been potentially gone, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, they did well. Villa's on a good run. They're playing well. They were 2-0 up. Villa are going to be disappointed. 2-0 up there, giving it away. But United deserved it. I watched the game. They deserved it. Hoyland's goal, he deserved his goal. Look, you could see the relief, to be fair, come off the kid's fucking head when he celebrated.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, you're at one of the biggest clubs in the world. You've been bought as a main striker. Maybe the pressure is a bit too much for him. You know, we bought Alvarez, but we also bought Haaland. So the pressure's on Haaland, not Alvarez. Alvarez can sit along nice. Hoyland, it's on him, mate. Rashford should be taking the burden of Hoyland. But listen, he is a good player. But you know, the fans demand goals, and it was a good win. But you've got to go on and win again now at Forest, and that's not going to be easy.
No, 100%, man. You got Elanga scoring goals. You got Nuno Espirito Santos coming out there. Chris Wood is scoring more goals. Chris Wood's got more goals than our whole front line. You know what I mean? So
I couldn't believe when I seen him score that trick, man. I was funny. And
mate,
Newcastle as well.
Newcastle as well. I don't know what's going on with Newcastle, man. Listen, I think it's one of them where you did say though again.
The big Steve Kerr's got Newcastle on the Big Six show. I told that Newcastle fan, you ain't winning nothing with Eddie Howe. You'll finish out at the top 4 this season. Then you'll sack him and bring a big gun in. I know I can read football like a book, man. I knew it. They're not as good as they think they are. They get giddy, them Geordies, you know what I mean? They've all got the tops off, swinging them around their heads and that. And then look at them now. I tell you, you ain't winning shit.
Has he overachieved though? Give him a bit of credit though. He has overachieved though. He's got them Champions League football. He's got them to top 4 last season. Like, you've got to give him a bit. You know, I feel like he is overachieving with what he's got. Like, he got them from relegation to now thinking that
he spent a few quid. If you give Bournemouth the budget they might have a run. You know what I mean? But You know, as soon as City do anything, they all talk about the money. Newcastle, we can't say it's it's some sort of magical story. When they came in and they bought in Anthony Gordon and all these players and Alexander Isaac and all that, but he's gone down that. That's what's calling him Mark Hughes, because we said it's the Mark Hughes era at City where you go and buy like Wayne Bridge, Joleon Lescott, Craig Bellamy, kind of players and that, and then there comes a point where that ain't good enough and you have to change. And we changed to Mancini and then it went a bit mad. They're going to change to somebody else. End of the season, Eddie Howe's gone.
Who though? Who? Who's going to come into that role? Because if they get the next one wrong here, they're going to have manager after manager after manager sack. I could just get it. If they don't get that next one right,
wrong, mate. They're going to get someone big.
Mourinho?
Somebody's waiting there now in the wings. If you go to a manager, Mourinho, Zidane, anyone, and say, listen,
Zidane,
do you want to come to Newcastle United, right? You've got 500 million to spend. We've not won a trophy in 60 years. You could be the hero of this city for life. Do you want to come here and we'll give you X amount of this and X amount of that? It's a big job and it's a big attraction. There's no pressure. Like when Pep come in at City, the City fans were just happy for Pep to be there. Pep could have lost 10 games on the trot. No one would have wanted him out. You get Zidane in Newcastle or Mourinho in at Newcastle, the Newcastle fans will just be with him because they trust in the process, man. I tell you. Next season, Newcastle's season is next season for me.
You reckon? Now, Rafa Benitez, he's failing at, I think, wherever he is now. I think he's at Las Palmas or something like that. He's finished, man. He's dusted. They don't need that sort of manager anymore. But what I look at it, though, I feel like for me, when you, like, for you guys, for example, when you were coming up with Mark Hughes, who did you still have in that team? Did you have them kind of players like Lascelles? Did you have these kind of players like, that were really, really, like, they should be sold now? I feel like now it's time to, like, be serious now. You can't be having guys at Longstaff now. You need to upgrade. And I mean upgrade now. You can't be having, listen, Dan Burns might be good, but come on, man. Like, now move on now. You know what I mean? Like,
signed Chris Wood as a stopgap. He did a job. Then he got rid. You've got Wilson up front. No disrespect to Wilson, but Wilson ain't taking you to the promised land. You get to the Champions League, you've been dealt with. You need to go that extra. You need to go that extra bit. You got to a League Cup final against Man United, which everyone was slagging off Man United, saying it was one of the worst United teams, and you got beat.
Yeah.
So let's not beat about the bush. They've done all right, but they're not there yet. They're miles off it. You know what I mean? But this is when you need the elite manager. This is when you need to go from being a pretender to fucking elite. But there's not a lot of elite managers out there. There's not a lot.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we're looking for a manager. Well, I want the manager gone. But again, like I said to you, it depends on what you're going for, because now the manager getting less and less, like the caliber of managers. I don't think Zidane wants to come to England, to be honest with you. I think Mourinho would come back. You know what I mean? I think Graham Potter's out there.
It's that Saudi project, man. The Saudi project. They've got the dough. They've got the infrastructure, the winners. They know what they want, man. They know what they want, and they need it. They've got a World Cup in 10 years. They need Newcastle to be at the top of European football by 10 years. They need to be seen, to be mixing.
10 years, yeah. I can't believe that. The actual World Cup's in 10 years.
10 years.
Wow, inshallah, we're still here, man. You know what I mean? If we're still around, man, you know what I mean? That's going to be crazy, man. Saudi Arabia, World Cup, that's mad. That's crazy, man. But like I said, man, it's one of them where the Premier League is a bit of a surprising league this year. You got Bournemouth who are flying. Look at that Areola guy. Areola was about to get sacked. And now he's on a 7-game unbeaten run. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to get sacked. So I feel like with certain managers that are overachieving, does it necessarily mean that you got sacked them? I don't know. It depends on what the standards are. For United, we shouldn't be hovering around where we should be in terms of the style of football. We should be progressing.
United's got to ride it out. There's nobody better out there. There's nobody. You got to ride it out.
I disagree.
I disagree. I don't know who you're going to get.
But you know what it is, though? This is the problem, though. Would you rather stay with your ex if it wasn't working, or would you rather better off?
Well, listen, Arsenal stayed with their ex, and it works.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, with Arsenal, they were always going down a project, that was a long-term project. United, at the minute, we're just moving from seasons to seasons. When you look at the ownership,
he's inherited a right mess, man. He's inherited a right mess. And he had all the Ronaldo shit to sort out. He's had a lot of shit to deal with. He's got ownership problems. You don't know who's owning the club, what money he's got to spend. This Radcliffe's coming in to fix the roof, so he's not had it easy there. So, but I just don't think.
Yeah, but the problem is, no, but then when you look at Man United, yeah, and you look at the team and what it represents, do you see a Man United team and you're like, you know what? I know what I'm getting. Is that a lot of money to spend? Is that over 400 million to spend? He's brought in Anthony, he's brought in Mason Mount, he's brought in all of that you don't rate. He's brought in a lot of players that we don't rate and have not improved this Man United team. So it's all good and well saying, yeah, let's stick with him and whatnot. But the proof is in the pudding. Is of he hasn't shown us anything for me to be like, yeah, I'm backing him and whatnot. Like I can see what the vision is. He hasn't shown me anything. He hasn't shown me that.
The only thing I think he's done, I don't think the Sancho situation's been handled right. You need him. That's not been handled right. The Greenwood situation's a weird one as well, because is he going to come back next year? Do you know what's going to happen there?
He was in Manchester the other day. He's in Manchester today. I think he's on this. I don't know what he's doing.
I just don't know. I just don't see any. If you go and get someone else, you go and get Unai Emery, give him big dough. He might come in and go, Malacia, I don't want him. I don't want Varane. I don't want Casemiro. I don't want Højlund. He's not good. And then they've got a big problem on their hand then because they've got another manager that don't want them players. I think with Ten Hag, I think they're going to ride the storm a little bit and hope it gets better until they get on better footing with this Jim Ratcliffe and that, and then maybe change them. But I think they're hoping that you get the top 4 this year and maybe nick a cup. Yeah,
but the thing is though, again, top 4 should be the minimum aim, of anything. You know what I mean? A cup, even better. My thing is though, Steve, when you look at Newcastle when they came in, they sacked Steve Bruce. Chelsea when they came, they sacked Tuchel. I think who else came in? There's another club that they came in and they sacked their manager. When a new guy comes into the door, they come in. Steve Brailsford was at the game the other day, and he was seeing what was going on, and he didn't really smile or anything. He looked like he was serious. And these guys are all about performance. They analyze things, they whatnot. When you look at it, and you know about football structure because you have Tixty and Bergstein. Them man make the football decisions. Your guy up the top, he don't make football decisions. What's his name? Carl, is it not Carl Mubarak? The other guy on top of him. He gets his trusted lieutenants in, and they make the football decisions. That's why I'm hoping they come in and they say, right, we don't agree with this style. We're going to come in, we're going to imprint our own way. And that's why I'm hoping we get Dan Ashworth and possibly Paul Mitchell, and we bring in proper footballing people. Because that's what Man United has been. Man United, the difference between Man United and Man City, I don't think it's been about owners. It's been about footballing people as well. Because we spent money, you spent money. So it's not about money. It's not about ownership. It's about having footballing people in charge of footballing decisions. If you don't have that, then you're not going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying to you? You're not going to go anywhere. And that's what we need. Calvin Mubarak, as much as I hate him and I can't stand his voice, you know what I mean? But he talks all the talk and he actually knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, when you hear Calvin Mubarak, Steve, do you feel like, yeah, man, we got this? Like, I feel like we're good.
All the time. And that's why.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Everything he said, he's never told any lies. Everything he said, he's come true. That's why with these charges and that, right? When the chairman put a statement out, he said, his words, Mubarak's words, was, we look forward to showing our irrefutable evidence in court. Now, Khaldoon al-Mubarak, who's the leader of so many massive organisations in the world, is not going to say he's got irrefutable evidence if he hasn't got irrefutable evidence. That's why City fans are calm, man. That's why the rest of the world are going off their heads. 115, mate. We're just buzzing off it. We love it. Every time someone mentions 115 to me, a fairy drops dead in fairyland. So it is what it is.
Oh my God, man. That, like I said, you know what it is, it's one of them where at least you feel confident though. You know, I want to hear an owner come out in an interview and say, listen, lads, I got this in it. You know what I mean? Don't worry, man. I got this. You know what I mean? Life's good. And that's what we need. We need footballing people that know that, you know what, this is going to be done right. And the manager's not going to have full control over transfers. Imagine Pep Guardiola having full control over transfers. That's going to be crazy, man. You ain't going to go anywhere. You are not going to go anywhere, mate, if he has full control. Because he's going to be buying this player from Tick Back 2, this player from here, this player from there. Oh, I know this player from La Masia. No. Them guys say, right, we're bringing this player in because he fits your philosophy and you're going to take him. And then obviously they come to an agreement like that. So, yeah, man, I just think for me, it's one of them where we need to do it, man. What do you think of Kobe Mino, by the way? Do you think he's a good player, Kobe Mino, in midfield?
Yeah, I think he's good. He's very young. And it's a tough one because he's coming into a United team that's under pressure and people are looking at him for a spark, but he's only a young boy, you know what I mean? And that's the problem. You've got to let them grow. You've got to let them grow a little bit. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here. And that's the way it's got to be. But, City are doing it with Nunes now. I know he started yesterday, but he's very raw still for City. The style of play at City is completely different to Wolves. You can see him sometimes. He's lost. You've seen Rodri bollocking him yesterday and Bernardo and that. Sort your head out, Kyle Walker.
Oh, your head out. Yeah, I've seen that.
He'll get there. He'll get there. But Mainoo's a good player. When you look at United, when they've got everybody fit, they've got a good little side. But it's the underbelly for me. It's the Johnny Evans. It's the fucking people like that where you think they shouldn't be anywhere near the squad, man. Shouldn't be anywhere near it. And Anthony.
Well, what's mad, though? Johnny Evans has actually not been too bad for United.
No, because he's an old school geezer and he's fucking giving his best for Man United Football Club. So, you can learn by example. But what I'm saying is, really, an elite club like Man United should not. It's like Real Madrid signing Varane back in another 3 years to play centre-back in the league. The Real Madrid fans ain't having that. They ain't having it. And that's what I'm saying with United. But it is what it is, man. Listen, you've got your own problems, man. It's Christmas. I can't talk about your problems. I'll be depressed, man. I'm going to Dubai next week, man, to get away from this shit.
You know what's mad? Yeah, it's true, man. United talk depresses people, man. It depresses me. That's why I'm just glad to win this week. You know what I mean? And like I said, we move on to Forest, and then it's kind of a different mentality. But we're moving from week to week. You guys are moving like the Sharks. You man are hunting. We're just kind of almost.
The shark doesn't enter the waters till about Feb. People asking for the shark need to relax, man, because about February time is when you start to see the fin just protruding out the water a little bit, and that's when you need to get worried. That's when the music, the Jaws music, that's when that just starts to.
Yeah.
That's February, and then it carries on and on and on.
Bro, man, guys, man, Arsenal fans, man, you need to do your job tonight. Liverpool, I don't want them to win anyway, so that's another thing anyway. But bro, man, City winning 4 in a row is gonna kill me, man. Like, genuinely, it's gonna kill me, man. Like, bro, yeah, man. But you know what it is? It's one of them where with the title race this year, do you feel like it's a different title race though this year in terms of, is it better that you're having 3 to chase, two others to chase rather than 1? Is it better like that? Do you feel like it's one of them where you're not bothered either way, like, because Man City know what they're doing anyway?
Listen, we've been here before. The Liverpool title run-ins were draining. They were hard work. Liverpool were relentless. City were relentless. We got our noses in front. Arsenal started last year like a house on fire, got far too excited, got giddy, chatted a load of shit, and didn't realise what he was up against. They're showing us no respect. This season, they're going about it a little bit more quieter. The fans aren't as gassed as they was last year. They've got a little bit more respect now. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the players on the pitch. We've had a great run, and we're going for it. We lost a lot of players, Mahrez, Gundogan, and that. People said we wouldn't do it again. We're going to give it a go. That's all I can say. We're going to give it a go. Last night was pleasing to see. And hopefully now, like I said before, if you can get Doku, Haaland, De Bruyne back, maybe get rid of Phillips in January if he wants to leave and bring somebody else in, then I think it's all systems go then, and just try and do it again, man. Try and do it again.
Absolutely. Quickly talk about your best mate, Pochettino, man. You know what I mean? Man got away with it yesterday, man. Bro, Chelsea, man. They got away with it yesterday. They won a game, but it's still 10th. Bro, Matisse is still in the
He's not the guy. I've told you, he's a fraud. The guy's a fraud. He's not a good manager. He's not good with kids, like they keep saying. Oh, he's good with young players. Well, you bought fucking £1 billion worth of young players and you're 10th. So, listen, let Chelsea fans relax. Let them have Pochettino. The rest of the Premier League is safe with Pochettino in town, let me tell you that. So I'm just relaxed with that. I just watch it. The snatching these last-minute wins and all that. That Nicholas Jackson, he's another one. Yeah, he's another one. He is absolutely dog shit player. Nicholas Jackson, Onana, you know what I mean? Anyone buys them, bad. But they'll go out again, they'll spend, they'll get it right. They've got a good underbelly there. They've got a lot of young talent that'll mature and get better. But I don't think he's the man. They need a new manager as well next season, I think.
You know what it is though with them though? I just look at their project and I'm like, what was the point in buying all them young players if, you know what I mean, you haven't got that? Because Chelsea have never been about a youth project. They've never been about a long-term project, though. They've always been about winning for now. So this idea that this guy, Ekbalian, who's over there, Todd Bowley, thought, yeah, let's go get a load of kids in and a load of young players and it's going to work. It's not going to work, man. So this idea that you go and get these young... You need a mix of experience. They've only got Thiago Silva. really that's in there that's got a bit of experience. Everyone else, maybe Reece James, but he's injury prone anyway, so he's no use to them. So it's like they needed experience in there. You can't just have a project, spend £1 billion. People don't realize this, Steve. They spent £1 billion in a year, but yeah, it's okay and it's all right to finish 10th. Like it is mad, when you deep it, what's going on at Chelsea? Like
City
no other
spent a
club has
billion.
been in that situation.
City spent £1 billion in a year and it was 10th.
Oh
And
yeah,
they
Sterling.
laughing stock all over
Yeah.
the world at the end of the day. But it is what it is. That's the football in this country now. They've got it all wrong. They're throwing money at it. A lot of them young players are on massive contracts. We'll put it this way: Cole Palmer couldn't get a game at Man City. Cole Palmer's a good player. He's not a great player. He's a good player.
Good
he goes
player,
to Chelsea. They're talking about Cole Palmer like he's the next Mbappe. So that shows you how bad they are. Cole Palmer is he's head and shoulders above anyone in their team at the minute, but he couldn't get in our team. So it is what it is, man. Chelsea's another thing. Chelsea's got bigger problems than you. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, it is what it is. I remember the days.
Yeah. And then you got Sterling still can't even pass 5 yards to another player, man. You know what I mean? We're talking about in the Big Six saying, no, man. Pep Guardiola seeing the curve, he was like, yeah, get rid of this guy, man. He's not it, man. You know what I mean? And he's on big wages over there. You sold him, you know what I mean? And he's again looking like he's doing things like at 29. I'm thinking, bro, your game should be better than this, man. Like, what are you doing? You kind of square.
He's a football nomad. He's a nomad. He wanders around. He's done big things at Manchester City in a great team, and nobody loves him. You know what I mean? You go to Man City and get 10 people outside the ground and ask them, are they asked about Raheem Sterling? 9 of them will tell you no. He never got a connection with the fans. I've said it before. He doesn't get involved with the fans. He doesn't play for the shirt. He plays for the dough. And that's just Raheem. That's it. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying football fans, there's been players at Man City with far less ability than Raheem Sterling that the fans love. And then you get Raheem that was doing bits, and then it's just one of them, man. You look at Chelsea all over the park and you think, that Fernandes guy, they brought him in big money, supposed to grip the Premier League up and that. Well, he's not putting any performance. He's not stamping his authority on games and dragging Chelsea to wins. Conor Gallagher's playing better than him.
Conor Gallagher's playing better than him, man. That's mad. The guys that you kind of think to yourself, nah, this guy's going to perform and this guy's going to perform. It's the guys that I'm thinking, yo, Conor Gallagher, he's the one that's performing. And I'm like, yo, they should have been the ones that should be at the forefront. Enzo Fernandez, like I said to you, they bought him for a lot of money. But again, he's not really delivered. There's been a lot of failed players in there, like that are failing massively at the football club. So I don't know, man. I just think for me, it's a mess. Like I said, long may it continue because listen, people think that I like Chelsea. Chelsea robbed me of 2 Premier League trophies under Mourinho. They lost me one in 2009-10 where they had an offside, a blatant offside by Didier Drogba. You know what I mean? Like, we beat them. Viva John Terry slipped up and he fucked it up. That's one there. So I love this, man. So Chelsea, keep going like this. Keep continuing it. And Matisse, hold that. You know what I mean? Matisse's Gremlin army are still there, man. I think you might need to give more Gremlin, advice, man. I think you might have to get them for therapy, Steve, I really do. I think you have to give them for therapy again,
Nobody
man.
had the Gremlin army on strings more than me, man. I had the Gremlin army on strings at one point. Bad, man. Bad. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? All them songs they used to sing, you'll never win this, you never win that. We've won it all. Come back and haunted them. Now they're sat in 10th and Man City are champions of the world. So life comes at you fast, man, when you're a Gremlin.
Yeah, 100%, man. Who you got coming up this week? Who you got?
Sheffield United at home.
Come on, man. Sheffield United. That should be easy. 5-0. 5-0 easy, man.
Huddersfield in the Cup on the Sunday at home.
Yeah.
And then I'm going on holiday. And then we got Newcastle away. So all the Newcastle fans that want to give me shit because I keep slagging Eddie Howe.
If you lose that game, they're going to be coming for you. You know that? Like, if you lose that game.
Lost to Newcastle this season in the Carabao Cup.
I know. That might be the game where it kickstart their season, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So I wouldn't be speaking too soon, man. You know what I mean? So, man, I think we got Nottingham Forest.
Get on the roll. Both Manchester clubs won.
Yeah.
We've both been happy today. Usually it's a bit sad. It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's New Year coming up. New Year, new start. And
what are you doing for New Year's? What are you doing for New Year's, man? You doing anything special?
No, I don't drink out, so I don't go out. What I did last year, I just stayed in. We made some nice food with the kids, and we just had the music on in the house and let the kids fucking dance about and balloon till about fucking 1 a.m, and then watch the fireworks and then went to bed.
Yeah, exactly, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be the same, man. Just family time, man. Like New Year's Eve is overrated, man. I think for me, man. You know what I mean? I just think it's just one of them where, yeah, you see the fireworks and then you go, oh, minute. That's all it is, man. Just spend some
All
time
New
with
Year's Eve
family.
is, it's full of bellends crying in the kitchen because they've had a shit year. Women crying because they've had a shit year. People telling you what the big plans are and what they're going to do. And I'm going to the gym and I'm not going to drink and I'm going to make £1 million. And then 4 days later on Facebook, they've all split up. He's fucking lost his job and he's back on the piss. So it's all bullshit, mate. So you know what I'm saying? Don't get involved in it, man. Don't get involved.
Oh, that is so true, man. Genuinely, guys, honestly, man, if you're hearing this right now, that is so true, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad, man. It's actually crazy, man. But now, man, I also big up to Lyndon Arthur as well, man. You get me? I know he lost, but you
Oh,
know
mate,
what?
I'm so
Brave.
proud, man. So proud of
Yeah,
him.
man. Big up
I've
Lyndon, man.
sponsored Lyndon Arthur since he was a kid. I met him in a I knew him anyway, but I met him in a McDonald's before his pro fight. I bought him his boots. I bought him his gloves. He's always had my companies on his shorts. He comes to me to advice. He's my friend. He's been on a great journey. He was a little bit apprehensive about the fight because he wasn't 100% fit. He was going to have to go to Saudi Arabia to fight Bivol. They offered him life-changing money. And he went out there. He gave it his best. He got beat on points. He took the bag home. He's safe. He's got,
Got a picture with Ronaldo as well. Got a picture with Ronaldo as well.
Picture with Ronaldo. He got a Rolex watch, I think, off the Prince or something. He's living the dream, man. He's a kid from Moston, but he proves out there to these young kids in Moston who are maybe in the gym or maybe, thinking that there's nothing in life. You can do it, man. And he's dedicated a lot to it. And he deserves everything he's got, man. He deserves everything he's got. I'm so proud of him, man.
Nah, facts. No, 100%, man. 100%, man. Big up to Lyndon, man. Like I said, minor setbacks, major comebacks. And like I said, the whole boxing event was decent as well. Wilder got beat as well. He needs to hang his boots as well. But Saudi Arabia, like I said, man, they're doing the boxing, they're doing everything, man. So I can't lie, man. It's a proper one, what they're doing right there, man. I feel like it's a proper one, what they're doing over there.
Yeah, I'm from Moston. I'm from around the corner from Lyndon. I grew up with them guys. But yeah, I'm from Moston. Yeah. But Lyndon said to me, I rang him. You answered the phone. Listen, me and Lyndon have got a great relationship. All his shorts, what he's won world titles with, they're on my wall in my office. He gives them me. You know what I mean? Me and him have got a great relationship. He deserves it so much. His brother was killed when he was a kid. He had to deal with a lot. Yeah. Instead of getting angry and aggressive and going down the wrong road, Pat Barrett gripped him, threw him in the gym. He channeled all his energy into boxing. And to see him in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh with Ronaldo at ringside, fighting Bivol, and then the guy's shining, man. I rang him the next day. I said, how did you go on? How do you think about Saudi? And he said the same as me. He went, unbelievable. He said, couldn't believe it, the place and that. And nah, man, it's good. It's good, man. It's a good story. It's a good story.
Nah, proper, man. Big up to him, man. Honestly, Lyndon, big up to you. Like I said, you know what I mean? Dubai, enjoy Dubai. You know what I mean? Man's going to be chilling in a yacht and that, you know what I'm saying to you? And yeah, I might even go on holiday in January, man, because it's going to be dead. There's hardly any football in January, man. So
you need to spend some money. You're tight as fuck. You need to spend some money.
No, I'm going. Listen, I went Alicante, mate. I went Palma. I've been to Dubai.
I'm going on holiday. Alicante, mate. You need to go and live the life, man. I'm telling you now, I'm telling you now, you are a professional streamer, You are a professional football guy, right?
Yeah.
Spend a bit of money, go to Saudi Arabia, get in that away end, and them fans. You will double. You will double.
No, I'm gonna go.
The contacts you make down there will be insane. Go to Dubai, vlog it, get on them yachts, meet people out there, go and smack that HS tiki-toki right in the face. Get 1 million followers off that. Live the dream, man. Live the dream.
How do you know him? How do you know him? How do you know him? Where are you on TikTok? Where are you? What are you doing on TikTok?
Mate, 31,000 followers on TikTok, me now.
Yeah, fair play, man. I think I'm on 30. What am I on 30? But I started way before you, man.
Sometimes in life,
yeah, man.
Speculate to accumulate. So you might think, shit, man, that's cost me a fortune. But what you reap back, is
facts.
One.
No, you're right, man. You got to go out there, man. Adventure 2024. That might be my New Year's resolution. Just go there and see what life is out, man. And then you never know what you get.
Do you know that Ben Black? Do you know Ben Black?
Yeah.
Well, I met Ben Black out there, yeah. So Ben watched the game with me. He's got 6.5 million followers on TikTok. He lives in He lives in Dubai. He's with Neymar, Mbappe, Zidane, because
Yeah, I know.
he got himself out there. He got himself out there in places nobody wanted him to go. He got himself out there, and then the people. You're a man of the people. I've always said it. You're a man of the people. You've got a good heart.
Yeah,
Get out
man.
there. The people of Saudi Arabia need to see Saeed, man. I'll come with you, man.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Now we're gonna do it, man. People, 2024, we're coming, man. We're coming. But make sure you follow up Big Steve. Please like the video on your way out, man. If you could do that, that would be a massive help to get us to 500 likes. Steve, I'll see you soon, man. Big up to you. Big up the chat. I will catch you next week for the Manc Talk. Happy New Year. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.